Guys, welcome back to the Silence Toro. Your boy Tamim is here, and today I've been joined by a special guest. Yes, I don't want to say her the big titles, but this is my mom, guys. Please introduce yourself.
Lucky Mbabazi. I'm going to do the same thing. You said I'm Tamim, and then you did this. Is that like a cool thing that you do?
It's like to assert like dominance.
Oh, let me also assert that. Lucky Mbabazi. Yeah. Tamim's mother. Yes.
So I'm going to get right into it. How would you describe your motherhood journey? Like, what are like the best aspects of being a mother? Just give me like two. Raising me, raising Emil, raising Nadia, raising Naila. What were the best parts?
The best parts, I think, for me, and I think for most mothers also, would be just watching your children grow. You know, so for me, the best part is every season that I'm in with every child of mine has always been the best, like watching you grow and you like going through the different stages of school, you going through the different stages of your growth, you know, as an emotional person, watching you become this confident young man is really the tiny bits and pieces of the best parts. Like, yeah, I'm like, wow. I go like, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah. You know, so yeah, every season for me, I feel it with a lot of pride. Yeah.
And you know, now speaking of like the raising bit, you know, raising kids, there's a part of discipline. Now, of course, the African style of parenting, or can I say the old one, involves something they call, let me call it vemming. Vemming is another term you can use for some chibok on the bamba, some feel slaps. So, do you think that approach still works for like the guys in the alpha generation? The Emils.
Well, that would be a no, to be quite honest, you know, which is surprising. I don't think that it works, hey? I don't even think that it worked then.
No, you see, no, I think it does because when I look at how many people that have gone through this type of like parenting, most of them are like straight, they're forward. But now you see these kids, they are very young, but like they have very big heads because they don't vem them.
Okay, the thing is, when you say straight, what exactly do you mean by that?
Because by straight, I mean disciplined. You know, you can see that, they know if I do this, there are consequences.
You know, there's a fun line, you know, is it discipline, or is it followed by a little bit of trauma and fear? And you really don't want that as a parent, you know. Sometimes, you know, as you're raising, because like, for example, when I was having you, or when I had you, you were like my learning.
Firstborn. Yes, I was not sweet.
I had no idea, first of all, what I was doing. I have pretty much grown up with you.
Yeah.
I was really young when I had you, and then walking the journey of parenthood and also me becoming myself was tough on me. I had no training for that. There was no manual. The only manual I had is what I saw my mom do. Was it the best manual? Yes and no. You know what I mean? Because the generations were different, but then again, that's all I had. And therefore, you became this person that I learned from becoming a mom. So it was you then who would determine whether or not I did a good job.
Right.
And that's you to say. That's not for me to say. Where I'm seated, I'm like, I did my best. You know, considering where I was in life, I just did my best. Was I the best mom? I hope so. You know,
yes, you are.
No. Okay. First of all, what makes you think that I was, or I am? What type of mother have I been for you in your journey as a son?
Let me put it like this: you've been, you've had the soft side, and then you've also had like the strict side. And I believe every child, for them to turn out to be, let me term it as okay, you need to have a balance of both. So I know growing up, I knew that, if I did this, this would happen. But I know mom loves me. This is coming from a place of love, you know. Then I would see the soft side of you, and I saw more of that. But then when you sit back there's a time actually, I don't remember what I had done, but then you called me to the room and you're like, first come. So what happened? I think it was something to do with the decoder. What happened there?
Right.
And in my head, I was like, the Veming is coming.
Right.
I just don't know when it's
Did
coming.
it
But
come?
you know, yes, of course it came. It came. Swallowed it. But then from that moment, actually, it was that time that I realized that, there has to be a bit of toughness, because if that wasn't there, maybe I wouldn't have understood that.
But then you
get-
also, as a parent, you have to realize, especially now, that your children are different.
Yeah, they are.
How I parented you would probably be kind of different how I parented Nadia, because Nadia is also a different human being.
True.
Naila is also different. I think for me, when I look at all of you, I'm not saying that you gave me a hard time, but Naila has been the easiest to parent, because naturally Naila...
She's soft. Yeah, I see
I
it.
mean,
I see it.
she's got a lot of love, you know, a lot of understanding. I don't know how she does
And
it.
she listens a lot.
She listens more, and I think she knows her emotional intelligence is way up there, that she will play you.
Yeah.
When she knows she's done something, Naila will write you a long paragraph of how much she loves you, how she never meant to. I shall never do this, something like that before. I know you do a lot for me. So already you're like,
Yeah. You
now
see
how
it.
do I even get to punish
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
And Amir can be hard. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna get him by being tough. Actually, you're better off finding ways of negotiating. By finding ways of negotiating, I'm not saying you say, because there are times I'm like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just study my children and know with Amir, maybe I am better off calling him in, have a conversation, try to tap into him, because he's also really young and he's growing up in a generation that is different from you guys. Are Gen Z, he's alpha. So, and then we have conversations on what he's done. When he goes, of course, the extreme, that is when the strictness comes in, and I think he has also faced it. I can't help it that once in a while, which is once in a while for Amir. I think it will take years and years, and then he gets a bit of that. So I parent depending on the personalities of my children. Yeah.
Okay. So this one has been it's been moving around, it's been trending.
Right.
And Kevin actually wanted me to ask you this.
Oh, my son, wait.
Kevin.
You have not asked me about how I parent my son, Kevin, who I got when he's way old. Who is also part of the Silent Store. I think my goodness, that young man was raised really well.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin is a really nice human being, a really easy son.
Very soft,
but at the same time, very disciplined and loving and thoughtful and intentional. Yeah. All of those things, I think,
and
that is very unique.
With KD, it's not like, how do I say, it's like he was born like that.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I don't think, because from the conversation that I have with him, his mom speaks about how they had like different situations, but he was soft.
Right.
You get? Even the twins that he has, they are also very soft.
Good soft though. Not the soft where you think.
You can push them around. No,
not that soft.
Yeah.
But he has this
not the type to react,
patience.
but patience actually.
Which you lack.
Yeah. No, I'm not patient. I'm not patient.
I'm
that's
not
something.
patient either.
Guys, it's from there. From there.
So what would you say? What would you say you've learned from what would you say you've learned from just watching me? Not that I've told you, but just watching me move and do things, this and that. What would you highlight?
The thing that I would highlight most is confidence.
Right.
I see it in your work, in the work that you do.
Right.
Even when you're talking to us, when I come to you for advice, I can see she knows what she's talking about. And that's something that I'm trying to put in my life. When you have the confidence, you get that aura. We call it aura. And I see there's a lot of aura built around you.
You have aura.
Yeah, you have aura. Okay. Some aura. Yeah, so just trying to pick off that confidence, get that aura and maybe get to the places that you've gotten to.
Right.
Because you've really set the bar really high.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there pressure that comes with being my child?
Pressure. I wouldn't say pressure.
Right.
Yeah, because I understand that was your journey,
Right.
and I have to also work on my journey. So I wouldn't say I feel pressured, but then again, I have to be like, oh man, mom did this. How are you going to up that or reach that standard? So yeah, I wouldn't say there is pressure, but I do know I have to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, emotion attachment, especially because most parents, we have challenges with breaking through when it comes to our children.
Yeah.
Between me and you, have I been emotionally supportive? And how, and are there examples that you could probably give people so that other parents can learn from that?
Okay. So now this goes back to the vemming and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. This there's a way you strike a balance, and I believe that every parent should have the soft side. Soft side, what do I mean? Your first reaction to your child making a mistake shouldn't be, oh, let me give you some vemming here and there.
Yeah.
Understand what happened. Ask them what happened in that scenario. Say, we come at home. Of course, if the TV breaks, that would be crazy. But like, sit down, ask them what happened. And should you go ahead and like hit them and then say nothing afterwards? Because I've had kids who do go through that. They just give them a vemming, a lot of hitting, and then there's like no conversation.
Right,
you get
the vemming.
Yeah, there's no conversation.
I don't think the vemming should be promoted because a vemming that ends up traumatizing a child, I have issues with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
even our parents, when they were vemming, as you call it was just a chisapatu. She can throw a chisapatu at you.
Yeah, just a few slaps, some pinching. Yeah.
And that's that. And that's what I was going for. But where you beat a child...
And for me, it's what happened afterwards.
Right.
So I would go through that. I cry a bit, and I hear a knock on the door. Come. And sit down. I beat you because you did this. You understand that? But that doesn't mean I don't love you. And this is how you're supposed to do things, okay? And you give me a hug, say, okay, let's go and have some chapati. So that balance between the softness and the bit of hardness is what parents need. And then having the conversations. I feel like a good number of parents don't have those deep conversations with, like you and I do.
Right.
You get being able to speak freely. A lot of my friends can't do that. The conversations that I have with you, they can't do that. And I believe parents need to build that space.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can have that understanding.
I've asked you about girls. I think we've had conversations.
Yeah.